October went by so fast. Again, time flies. I personally have been expecting a sudden shift, coming out of this void state, mental confusion on what to do next, where to go next, and physical tiredness and laziness and floatiness. As of lately, I was starting to feel glimpses of energy and glimpses of excitement and glimpses of inspiration. Therefore, I thought, it's coming. I'm soon to snap out of it. Just as I have snapped into the awakening process a little over 2 years ago now, I thought I would snap out of it the same sudden way. Not out of the new knowledge, but out of the tiredness and confusion. Back to taking care of my 3D life conditions, work, etc. I've been painting my whole apartment, preparing for the shift. It took me a month and a half, slowly but surely. That did feel good, actually. A little productivity and the clearing and renewing of old energies definitely felt refreshing. Then I took a trip and went to visit a friend in the village of Pisac, the hippie/new age ayahuasca town of Peru. I wanted to feel if I wanted to move back there, because I spent almost 1 year and a half in this village, but it was dark night of the soul, so I spent the whole time sleeping in my apartment there. Didn't meet anyone, didn't participate in any events or spiritual gatherings. So maybe if I moved back there, I could get more involved and end up finding my path, or something to do anyway. But then I spent almost 2 weeks there and did not feel like doing much. Didn't feel like going anywhere, and ended up mostly staying at home with my friend. I realized I still didn't have the drive to get into much activities. And I realized that I was very comfortable in my freshly painted apartment, even though it's in the city and not the country. I'm comfortable. Barely get out of my house anyway, so it doesn't matter where it is. Plus, I have a big patio where I can hang out outside in the comfort of my house. So I guess it's still going to take a little bit longer before I get my drive back. This process is very gradual. So I also realized that it wasn't going to happen suddenly, as I was hoping. Even if it seems to be taking forever, it is still going to take some more. So sitting back and relaxing in this not knowingness. Overall, feeling pretty good anyway. Taking care of the simple, mundane stuff like washing clothes by hand and cooking healthy meals, cleaning the house, taking nice showers, and focusing on feeling comfortable. Self-care, self-care, self-care is the main focus here. No need to rush or to go anywhere else, finally. This trip out of town just made me realize how comfortable I am, exactly where I am, and actually appreciate what I have and where I am. Even if I have more energy, I'm not ready for anything extreme. I was thinking about letting go of the apartment in the city and going backpacking, camping adventure, in the mountains, all around. Sounds great, but whoa, definitely way too extreme. I finally do not think this is what I need right now. I'm just really enjoying feeling comfortable and not doing much at home. Doesn't sound so great, but for now, it is what it is. And it actually feels great. I used to be one to feel great when I was accomplishing big things or doing extremely exciting plans. I might get back to accomplishing extreme plans in the future. But for now, I need to take it slow and be okay with that. Just being honest with myself and letting go of my own expectations about myself is actually pretty empowering. Just do what feels good to me, no matter if it doesn't look good or exciting. Just simply being me and focusing on what feels good to me. Resting, resting, resting. This is still what I feel like doing. No pressure. I didn't even make one video for the channel in almost 1 month. And it doesn't matter. There's definitely a shift going on, but not the energy surge I was expecting. More like a shift into more calm, more grounding, and inspirations as well, but still all over the place, going from one idea to the next constantly. One day I feel like my energy is online, and the next, back to floating on a cloud. It's not so much like energy to get up and start running or climbing the mountain though. Oh well, it is what it is. Definitely becoming a little less socially awkward, at least. I mean, I never used to be a socially awkward person, but since the awakening, I became totally socially awkward. Now I am starting to make random conversations with strangers again. Physical symptoms have been pretty calm as well. A feeling of floatiness. Weird, but nice actually. Sometimes. Learning to just enjoy that weird floaty state. Little bit of chest tightness. That hurts a bit. But now I know to sit and focus and deep breathe to make it go away. So it's been pretty light. Not much ear ringing this past month either. Oh, but what I call crystal vision has been happening quite often lately. That's a weird one, actually. Back in 2020, 2021, when I was living on my farm in Colombia, I would spend a lot of time picking the weeds in front of my house And for some reason, the crystal vision always happened during this meditative, connected to the earth moments. As I would be picking on the weeds, my vision would become blurred with a kind of crystally light reflection. And it would be so intense, it would not let me see what I'm doing anymore. Complete crystal blur. And so back then, I had no idea about spiritual awakenings or ascension symptoms or any of that weird stuff. So I actually thought that was a problem with my contact lens. I had an operation back in 2010 or 2011 where they inserted a permanent contact lens inside my eye to correct my very strong myopia. That operation went very well, and my vision is close to 100% ever since. I never had any problems with it, actually. But that crystal vision mystery made me think that some sunlight was reflecting through my contact lens somehow, and that could be causing this intense crystal blur. But it was only happening sometimes, and always when I was picking on the weeds. So I would try to ignore it and keep picking, forcing myself to look through it, and that eventually would make me force my eyes so much it would give me headaches, and I couldn't handle it anymore. So I would have to go lay down, because with my eyes closed, it stops. Then, for the 2 years I am not on the farm in Colombia, it never happened again. Few months back, though, it started happening again, especially when I'm sitting outside, or funnily, when I'm mixing the compost. So now I have just come to realize that this had to do with Ascension symptoms. So I just started observing and analyzing it when it happens, without knowing actually what exactly it is about. Is it a portal? Is it a window to another dimension? Is it a veil that is starting to dissolve? Who knows? But the intriguing thing is that this was happening already more than 2 years before my conscient awakening. Another proof to me that my awakening process was undergoing way before I actually had the Kundalini awakening and became aware of this whole awakening process. But anyway, this crystal vision has been happening almost every day as of end of October 2024. And just now, as I was preparing this salad, cutting up fresh veggies, it activated the crystal vision. So definitely something to do with nature connection. Once activated, it lasts for an undetermined length of time. Interesting. So anyway, I will keep observing and let's see what that evolves into. Pretty intriguing. So that's it for my October Ascension Symptoms. Talk again soon. Thanks for listening. Much love and a great journey to you all.